Hi and welcome to Aquatic Mike. Today I'm bringing you a fry development video of Gastrodermus pygmaeus. It's commonly known as the pygmy cory. It's one of the smallest tropical freshwater catfish species in the world. There's a few that's smaller, however. Unlike most other Corydoras species that dwell exclusively on the bottom, the pygmy cory spends a significant amount of time swimming in the mid-water columns of the aquarium. Up here first we've got the fry at 7 days old. I did not take any measurements, I'm afraid. Throughout this video we'll be watching footage of several batches of fry. I first bred this species in 2019, I think. However, the footage is slightly more recent, and as you can see, it's not especially large in comparison to the ramshorn snail that just passed there. Here we've got the fry at 1 month old. They're around about 1 centimeter in total length now. They're in here with a bunch of other fry. These are Corydoras or C124 is what I had them labeled as for a long time. I bought them as septentrionalis, but they weren't. More about that in the more recent video about those fry. And I did not take measurements of the fry at any of the sizes. There's a bunch of ramshorn snail in there as well, apart from the Corydoras stenocephalus. Now we're watching them at 2 months old. They're around about 1 to 2 centimeters total length at this age. The fish was previously in lineage 4, however at the most recent revision they were moved to lineage 5, so Gastrodermus. They prefer being kept a bit on the cooler side, so between 22 and 25 is where I'd recommend you to keep this species. However, if you tend to be on the low end of that range, that would be preferable, at least from a breeding point of view. Put in some food to make them swim around a little. It's homemade food from some mixed up commercial food and also decapsulated Artemia. However, they were fed microworms at the start of their journey, or right off the bat when they were hatched. Well, apart from the yolk sac disappearing then. They're in a 40-liter tank here. They're pretty easy to breed. Don't really need to do much, and they don't predate on the eggs and their babies as much as some of the other species. So if you want to try and colony breed a species, this is a good species to try. They're sometimes mixed up with Gastrodermus hastatus or Hoplysoma haberosum. They're the two other more common in the trade dwarf species. However, this is the most common one, at least in my area. And here we're in another tank, same age of the fry, however. They put down very small eggs. Here's when I'm moving a few of them. These aren't 2 months yet, however. And here we've got the adults. There's probably around about 20-25 in there, and possibly also some babies that I did not manage to net out. They put down eggs quite often, however, like I said, not very large. I will most of the time pick out the eggs if I can, as I'm cohabiting these with another species. I don't think they're in the clip, however. I guess that's all I had for this species. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.